These are drone pilots from the 25th Airborne trying to get out of Pokrovsk, where their positions were located. They are evacuating the wounded because they had to engage in small arms combat right in the residential neighborhoods of the city. Surprisingly, the occupiers advanced there very quickly. They are being spotted by the hundreds, and they are already taking up positions and mining the area. But most importantly, they are trying to block our infantry, which is still on the southern flanks, far from the city. Our forces are gathering reinforcements in the Pokrovsk direction. There are reports that the GUR is airlifting its special forces in by helicopter. The General Staff is bringing in assault units and SSO combat groups. All of this is to clear the residential neighborhoods of the occupiers. They are already strolling leisurely through the streets of Pokrovsk. As our reconnaissance drone recorded, they are driving civilians out of their homes, those who still remain among the city ruins. Enemy groups began infiltrating Pokrovsk through Zverovo, a village in the southwestern part of Pokrovsk. Then they moved on to Grishino to cut off the road from Pavlograd to Pokrovsk. It was there that the Russian tricolor was hung last week. However, within an hour, our FPV drones had already shot it down, but the enemy infantry remained in the city. Groups of Russians were spotted near the railway and in the central districts. The city is gradually turning into a gray zone, and the Russians have increased pressure on it and neighboring Mirnograd from 3 sides. Russia has pulled together a force of as many as 11,000 occupiers to push our troops out of the Pokrovsk-Mirnograd agglomeration. This is according to the 7th Corps, which is holding the defense there. And Putin has already claimed that both cities are blocked. But that's not true. Enemy infantry are being hunted down and destroyed, and it's anything but easy for them to advance.
In general, this is more like the movement of groups trying to gather at a distant point for further movement or crossing. The enemy may deploy small groups on motorcycles. Also, 2 days ago, there was an incident where 2 motorcycles with personnel were destroyed. Today, there have also been cases of motorcycle equipment being destroyed.
Russia is not acting in Pokrovsk in the same way as when our troops were once pushed out of the Kursk region. First, they filled the entire sky above our defenders with drones. So the infantry had to move into position for several days in a row, covering dozens of kilometers on foot with provisions and ammunition.
3 days, sometimes even more. They are forced to hole up somewhere and wait until the enemy shifts their attention away from them. If we're talking about Pokrovsk right now, groups are currently entering there on foot, and from there they move around the city.
Then they started putting pressure on the infantry from the flanks. Their task, according to the defense forces, is to reach the road that connects Pokrovsk and Mirnograd and block it, which would finally cut off the last lines of communication with our infantry, which still exists.